To the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Play action now. Mills.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's Mills.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Grover Stewart forced his him for a loss of 10 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Texans nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A carry for Foreman. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Foreman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
He gets it to Cooks. And some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On play action, Mills.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
3rd and long for Mills.
Caught here by Conley. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Johnson to return it. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Texans with great field this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Foreman, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
And that was a pleasing run from Phillip Lindsay coming over from the Denver Broncos to join now a crowded backfield with the Houston Texans. But why is it so crowded? Because they finished 31st in the league last year in rushing, and they're trying to find...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Ross Blacklock, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Colts 21, Texans 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
That's complete to the tight end Sample. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mills on 3rd and 2.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Now Mills on 4th down.
Complete to his tight end Sample. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7-yard. It's that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Running left, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, Mills. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trent Murphy, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mills now from the 50. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Running from the gun, Johnson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Mills. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Kyrie Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. From the gun, it's Wentz.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Wentz not going to take the snap here. Instead, he turns and calls a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
83 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. Touchdown! It's complete. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Off the play fake, Mills. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped it.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing now is Wentz. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here's Wentz to throw.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back now in Houston, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground.
Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5 now. Mills, a little check down to Lindsey. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He finds Taylor, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Taylor.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Now looks to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
On play action, Mills.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
From the gun, here's Mills.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Mills again. Buying time to his left.
And he'll just get rid of it.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Indianapolis, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be at home next week for